Ah, why on earth did I just yawn? And more importantly, why are you about to yawn too? Welcome to the Fascinating and Curious Facts channel, where we unravel the most unexpected mysteries of science. Today, we're going to talk about a phenomenon that everyone does but few understand: yawning. Get ready to discover that it goes far beyond tiredness and may be linked to something much more intriguing. When you think of yawning, what comes to mind? Sleep? Tiredness? Boredom? Maybe that moment when you're attending a boring class or an endless meeting. That moment when quantum physics seems more interesting than the subject of the class. Or when you're stuck in traffic and can't wait to get home. Well, get ready to have your minds blown, because science has discovered that yawning has a much more interesting function than we thought. It's not just a response to boredom or tiredness. That's right, folks. Studies show that yawning may be directly linked to the temperature regulation of our dear and beloved brain. Yes, yawning is like a natural thermostat. When we are tired, stressed, or overloaded with information, like when you watch a fascinating facts video, our brain heats up like a processor working at 1,000 miles an hour. And that can be a problem. And that's where our friend yawning comes in, working like a real internal fan, helping to cool everything down in there. It helps keep our brain at the ideal temperature to function well, but it doesn't stop there. Besides being our brain's natural air conditioner, yawning also gives that boost to blood oxygenation. This is crucial for maintaining our energy and focus. It's like a turbo in our system, taking more oxygen to the brain and giving that extra energy. Imagine a car getting a nitro boost, and there's more. Believe it or not, yawning can even help with concentration. Yes, it can be a powerful ally in times of intense study or work. That's right. If you're there, immersed in your studies, and suddenly you yawn, don't blame yourself. You're not sleepy. Your brain is just adjusting to keep working well. It's just your brain asking for help. A quick recharge to continue the knowledge marathon. It needs a little break to recover and continue to absorb information. It's like it's saying, hold on, I need a boost to process all this. And that boost comes in the form of a yawn. So next time you yawn, don't try to hide it. Remember that it is a natural and beneficial process. Raise your head, take a deep breath and say, thank you, yawn, for taking care of my super brain. After all, it's just doing its job to keep you at your best. Hey everyone, how are you doing? Today, we are going to explore a fascinating phenomenon that happens right under our noses but often goes unnoticed. Ready for another dive into the world of curiosities? Let's go. So, hold on to your hats. Have you ever noticed how contagious yawning is? It's one of those things everyone has experienced, but few know why. Just see someone yawn and we already feel like yawning too, as if it were a virus spreading through the air. But calm down, it's not a real virus. But why does this happen? What is behind this peculiar behavior? Why on earth is yawning so contagious? Is it just a coincidence, or is there something deeper going on? Science, my friends, has the answer. And it's an answer that will surprise you. And the answer lies in a thing called mirror neurons. That's right, mirror neurons. They are responsible for this magic. It sounds like the name of a science fiction movie, but it's pure reality. These neurons are incredible. These magical neurons are like antennas that capture the emotions and behaviors of others, and believe me, they make us imitate them unconsciously. It's almost like we have a superpower. It's like a brain Chiral plus C, Chiral plus V. Our brain copies and pastes the actions of others. And yawning is one of the best examples of this. It's an almost automatic reaction. When we see someone yawn, our mirror neurons kick in, mimicking the action, and voila. There we are, yawning too. There we are, yawning too. It's almost impossible to resist, but it gets even more interesting. Did you know that this ability to catch other people's yawns is directly linked to empathy? That's right. Did you know that this ability to catch other people's yawns is directly linked to empathy? That's right. The more empathetic we are, the more likely we are to yawn along with others. The closer we are to a person, the stronger our emotional bonds, and the more likely we are to yawn along with them. It's a form of deep connection. It's like our brain is saying, hey, I understand you, I'm here with you. It's a way of showing solidarity and understanding. So, if you're watching this video with someone, and you've already yawned along with me, congratulations, you are in perfect harmony. This means that you have a strong connection and your brains are in perfect sync. It's something really special. And if you haven't yawned yet, don't worry. The power of suggestion is strong, and, at any moment, you might end up falling into the trap of contagious yawning. Stay tuned. Hey everyone, ready for another dose of knowledge? Today we are going to explore a fascinating behavior that crosses species and continents. If you thought yawning was a human exclusivity, get ready to have your mind expanded. We are going to discover how this simple act is much more complex than it seems. Because, my friends, the animal world is also full of yawns. That's right. Several species, from our pets to wild animals, share this behavior. From our furry best friends to the kings of the jungle, many animals yawn too, and each one has its own unique reasons for doing so. But hold on, not all yawns are created equal. There are different types of yawns, and each one can have a different meaning depending on the species. Each species has its own reasons and meanings for this action. Let's take a closer look at some examples. Dogs, for example, can yawn for a variety of reasons, when they are tired, hungry, or even stressed. It's a form of communication and also of relief. It's like a pressure relief valve, a natural mechanism for dealing with different situations. So, next time you take your dog to the vet and he starts yawning non-stop, you know, he might be more nervous than you think. Pay attention to these signs. Cats, masters of the art of laziness, tend to yawn a lot when they wake up. It's a way to get ready for the day, or after a nap. They really know how to enjoy the moment of relaxation. It's like they're stretching inside, waking up their muscles and getting ready for another day of feline adventures. A true morning ritual, waking up their muscles and getting ready for another day of feline adventures. And who doesn't love to see a cat stretching? But what about wild animals? Do they yawn too? The answer may surprise you. The answer is a resounding yes. And it's not just from tiredness. And in some cases, yawning can have an important social meaning. It's a form of communication between group members. Lions, for example, use yawning as a form of communication, mainly to show dominance. It's a fascinating behavior to observe. It's like they're saying, "Look who's in charge here," a clear sign of who's in command. And speaking of dominance, primates are also masters in the strategic use of yawning. They use this action very intelligently. In some species, the alpha male is the one who yawns the most, as if he were reinforcing his position as leader. It's a way of maintaining order in the group. In some species, the alpha male is the one who yawns the most, as if he were reinforcing his position as leader. It's a way of maintaining order in the group, as if he were reinforcing his position as leader, and the other members of the group respect that. And the most curious thing is that the other members of the group tend to imitate him, creating a kind of wave of yawns that reinforces the social hierarchy. It's contagious behavior, creating a kind of wave of yawns that reinforces the social hierarchy. It's contagious and fascinating behavior to observe. See how yawning is much more than a simple reflex? It's a universal language, present in several species, and that reveals a lot about animal behavior. Each yawn tells a story, and that reveals a lot about animal behavior. It's a window to better understand wildlife and our own pets. It's more proof that nature is truly fascinating and full of surprises. So next time you see an animal yawn, remember that there's a lot more going on than just sleep. So guys, did you enjoy the trip through the world of yawns? Did you discover the secrets behind this act so common, but at the same time so mysterious? Now tell me, how many times did you yawn during this video, huh? Yawning is truly one of the most curious mysteries of the human body, and science is still a long way from unraveling all its fascinating secrets. Who knows, maybe in the future we won't find an even more surprising answer that makes us question everything we know about this everyday act. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and activate the bell for more amazing and fun curiosities. See you in the next video, and try not to yawn until then.